22, Zach Lawrence out of Hawke's Bay. 23, young lady in that car, Kendall Ashton. She's pushed Lance, her dad, out of the car tonight. So Kendall Ashton in the 23, 106R. Des Curry from Rotorua. Behind Des, 557P, Darryl Wallace. Young man from Palmerston North. I've watched his racing career. He is just a real talent, this young fella. 17A, Murray Kit. 17A out of Auckland. Huge field of Superstocks. This will be like nothing you've seen for so long. It's just about going to drive your bananas. Up on the outside, 99M, Todd Hemingway. Behind him is the 8H of Stefan Roygaard. 96, Thomas Joyce. Stefan Roygaard. Thomas Joyce, the next multiple-time New Zealand kart champion. Right through the grades. He's now running in a good-looking race car too. 52, Scott Joblin. And he should have a couple of Joblins come up tonight. Superstocks, just heaps of them. Look at that, you're not going to hear a roar like this anywhere else in the country other than the World 240s in Rotorua. Looking for a start. Wooten on pole. They get the go and Wooten gets the burst of speed. Hammer down. Look at this go. First quarter. It's carnage. They're into each other, but they're keeping out and they're going straight ahead. Wooden comes out of here. Placemakers, the big, round we go. 218H, Aaron Alderton gets spun up and spat out. The 49er Van Leash out. He got caught up in that as well. So Alderton in the 218 is parked up down in Placemaker's corner. But Wooden, the 71, has the race lead. Behind Wooden will sit down. It's the 96 of Thomas Joyce. Oh, big prang going on down here. That's the 3NZ. Simon Joblin, he's been hatched up. Horse Ashby's tied up in that as well. So 2 or 3 cars tied up in that big tangle. 5M of Blake Dystra's tangled up in there. I think they're going to have to go red because that car, no, they've got away. So they're all going in the right way now. It's just Dykstra in the 5 that's parked up right in the middle of the track. 247 comes onto the infield. That's Hayden Chapman. He's parked up. Still that car of Dykstra sitting there. Yeah, they had to go red. That's just too dangerous a spot for it to be sitting in. 106 at Curry, or the 3NZ at Joblin. Simon Joblin's copped a big serve in the back. He's lost the left rear of that car laying on the ground. Dykstra, the 5M, he got tangled up with that Horse Ashby. And the 38 was a part of that too. So plenty of action going on in the Superstocks. Tony Wooten's your race leader. Thomas Joyce in the 96 is sitting in second. Then the 52P of Joblin third. Then Remnant in the 14 and the 19M in front of Marshall in the 57H. Zach Lawrence, the 22B. Get away again. Wooten gets on the gas early. Thomas Joyce in the 96 is after Wooten. Then we go back to Joblin. Ashby in the 38's a lap down, but Kerry Remnant's not. Ashby goes up underneath Joblin. Joblin's got a problem. He spun the right rear. Flat tyre for Joblin. So Joblin's going to struggle. Hambling goes round in the 6. He gets tagged up and bang! Takes a big hit in the backside from Quinn Ryan in the 46. But your race leader is now Tom. Oh, look at that. Quinn Ryan has just put Hambling in the wall. The 6 has been smashed into the concrete. Big hit down in 1. Thomas Joyce, the 96 though, he's your race leader. Multiple New Zealand kart champion. He's got around Wooten. Wooden in the 71's running second. Then we go back to Kerry Remden, the 19M. Behind him's the 22B is Zach Lawrence. Then like Zach Lawrence has Darryl Wallace next, Kendall Ashton and Dylan Marshall. But your race leader, let this young fella go. 96, Thomas Joyce. Lucky if he's 20 years old, and he is ripping away. In the Ace Concrete Cutting, 96. This kid's got some extreme talent. Tony Wootton, the 71, doing a good job hanging in for second. Then we go back to the 19M of Kerry Remden. Then the 22B is Zach Lawrence, but a big gap to him. 6 laps left to go. We've done 9. It's a 15-lap Superstock race. Into the wall goes the 10M of McClinchy. He gets all tangled up. Roygard in the 8. He's given the 19A a big push around. Jason Brown. Joblin keeping out of trouble. Joyce. He gets the push on from Roygard. Joyce goes out. He hits the concrete and bounces off. Van Leesch out in the 49. Roygard's a lap down, but he'll be looking after his partner. Roygard's trying to slow Joyce down. He is. In comes Wooden. Joyce has been taken out by Roygard. He gets re-going. Wooden takes over the lead. 3 laps left to go. Wooden on the inside of Joyce. Push and shove between Joyce and Wooden. Wooden takes over the lead. Remden in the 19M. He's come amongst the fray as well. 2 laps left to go this time around. Van Leesch out on the 49. He spins up in front of Wooden. Wooden goes to the inside. Joyce is trying to do the inside out on Wooden. Gets on the inside. It's horsepower from Joyce. Drag race down to Placemakers. Quinn Ryan, he gives Kerry Remnant one on the backside for his troubles. White flags flying. And it's flying for Joyce. Wooden on the inside of Joyce. Joyce gets away. Remnant there. Quinn Ryan in the 46. He's stirring up trouble. He's a lap down, but he's having some fun. Last corner though. Here comes Thomas Joyce. He's going to take the win. 15 laps of Superstock action. Working. Oh, Horse Ashby goes to back off the track. Gets nailed by the 71P of Melsop. That was a big hit into the side of Ashby. Broken off the, it has too. Busted the steel wheel guard right in half. As we slow down, Thomas Joyce, the 96, the Ace Concrete Cutting young fella, ex-New Zealand karting champion, has taken the win over the 71 of Tony Wootton. Thomas Joyce, the 96, is one of the cars. 10M is Gavin McClinchy. The 17 is Murray Kit. Joblin in the 52. Oh, and we got the drone up in there. That's a cool shot too that's going out to the world. 218H is Aaron Alderton, young man that came through the mini stock ranks here, and then stock cars are now in a super stock. Quinn Ryan is the 46. Kendall Ashton in the 23 and the 3NZ. The current 3NZ, he was third in New Zealand title this year. Another one of the Joblin race team. Thomas Joyce, he gets to go first. The 8 Concrete Cutting Superstock, young fella who is a multiple-time New Zealand kart champion, came through the ranks of karting right throughout the country. I think he won 1 NZs in 3 or 4 different classes. Family's always been involved in Superstock racing and stock cars, and he's decided to give this a go, and so far doing pretty well. Well, if we're going to take on someone, we might as well take on the 3NZ first of Joblin. Of course, the Joblin Motorsport team from down the Taranaki, sponsored by BK's hotels around the countryside and Easy Steel. Normally 3 cars running in this team, and they travel everywhere. Of course, Russell Joblin, ex-New Zealand TQ champion. So we're going to do rolling starts. Joblin versus Joyce. Something a little bit different. Simon Joblin, the current 3NZ. Thomas Joyce, the youngster, not yet made 20 years old. So we'll do pole shuffle. They've got to idle around. They'll sit together. They'll try and figure out what they're going to do. Good thing about this is there's contact. He gets away. You could end up getting nailed. Coming out next, we got stock cars. And they are going to unleash just a fraction. Coming out of Placemakers corner, we have pole shuffle for Superstocks. First time for everything, and tonight it's all happening. Looking for a green flag as they get on the gas. And there we go. Joblin, he gets the start on Joyce. Joyce has got a bit of speed up the inside. Joblin goes wide and runs out to the wall. Joyce spins himself up. That lets Joblin get away. Joyce just on the wet track. The car got away, so Joblin is going to hang on. Oh, he's gone wide as he's come through Placemakers. Track's just a little bit slippy at the moment. 1 to go for Joblin. Thomas Joyce in the 96. Just got caught out by a bit of moisture in corner 1. 1,500 kilos a race car, 500 horsepower a motor. Nissans, Toyotas, Chevys and Fords. And a couple of NASCAR V6s floating around the country as well. So Joblin will go through. He's going to come up against the 10M out of Mount Maunganui. Gavin McClinchy. So they'll park up beside each other. 10M and McClinchy takes the inside line. Randomly drawn these cars to come out here for a bit of shuffle. McClinchy on the inside, Joblin on the outside. Looking for the flag straight away, and they get it. Joblin gets away. That's why he's 3NZ. He's quick on the gas, and that car's got some serious horsepower. So he gets away from McClinchy. The 10M out of Tauranga. Joblin buttons off going through Placemakers. He's right up on the outside of the cush. White flag for Joblin. Pole shuffle going through. Next out's going to be the 46B. Quinn Ryan out of Hawke's Bay. Down in wine country, down Napier. Joblin goes through. Quinn Ryan, the 46B, comes out. Takes on the 3NZ of Joblin, Simon Joblin. Joblin family have run just about everything that's anything in Superstock racing in New Zealand. World champs, New Zealand titles amongst the three brothers, North Islands, Grand Prix, track titles. Of course, TQ championships as well. Quinn Ryan and Joblin. Now they get away. Oh, Ryan went for the launch start and missed it. Joblin, he's gone a bit wide. Ryan comes on his inside. Quinn Ryan drives underneath Joblin, gets away. Joblin's going to come back at him down through Placemakers. Oh, Joblin on the inside. We got the slide pass. Great pass. Here we go, side by side. 1 to go. Joblin's on the inside. Quinn Ryan has to back out a bit. They'll lean on each other. I'm not sure if we're going to attack each other. Oh, it's cat and mouse. Joblin's gone. Quinn Ryan shot through. Joblin's going to come underneath him, and he does so. Where are we going to go? Oh, I'm not going to call that one. I couldn't call that. I got no idea. It could be either of them. Was it Quinn Ryan? Was it Scott Joblin? I think Ryan on the outside might have got it in the 46. Has too. They've given it to Ryan. Joblin let him go and nearly run him down. But it is going to be given. Now Ryan's going to come off. Looking at the finish line. I still reckon on the inside. Oh, that's close. There's nothing between it. No, they've given it to Joblin. 23R, Kendall Ashton comes out. A young lady training to be an accountant. Of course, of the Ashton racing family. Chuck Dad out of the car tonight. She was one of the only 3 people ever to go under 15 seconds around this track in a Superstock. So Kendall Ashton on the inside. Simon Joblin, the 3NZ on the outside. The 23R versus the 3NZ. Top Gear chassis out of Rotorua. Very competitive race car up against Joblin. Oh, she's going to force him wide. Oh, Ashton. Oh, she's done a great job. She's tried to push Joblin a bit wide. She keeps on his inside. She's pushing him right out to the wall. Now she gets the gas on. The young lady from Hamilton, training to be an accountant, gets leaned on by Joblin. Joblin's having none of this. Ashton in the 23, that car, she drives it exceptionally well, but Joblin, he's got the whole shot yet again. He's got away. He takes it out. Kendall Ashton. 16.09 for Joblin. Kendall Ashton. Great drive from the young lady. Now we've got Joblin versus Joblin. Scott Joblin, Simon Joblin. 2 of the 3 Joblin cars. A bit of brotherly love coming out here. bet you there's not. Quite often race for the same Superstock team. 3 NZ of Simon Scott on the inside. Here we go, side by side through 1 and 2. Who's got the better horsepower? Oh, one on the inside, that's the 52. Scott Joblin gets away, but nah, Simon comes back, gives him one in the side rails to get out of my road. I know you're my brother, but I'm coming through. Pole shuffle and shootout. 3 NZ of Simon Joblin. He might be loving this gig. 17A of Murray Kit still to come. So the 3 NZ survives yet again. Out comes the 17A out of Auckland, Murray Kit. Couple of haircuts since seen Murray down here at Huntley. Good to see him back on track having a gallop. 218H, Aaron Alderton. The local man is the next car to come out after these two. 15.79 for Joblin. Joblin just gets on the gas early. Kit grabs another gear, tries to drive underneath him through 1. Not going to happen from there. Joblin will be loving this. He'll be knowing where the track is and what it's going. He's coming up against guys who've just had to jump on the track. White flag for Joblin. Murray Kit in the 17 can do nothing about that. Next out, the 218H, the local man, Aaron Alderton. The hitman, or oldie as they call him. Raced street stocks with his father, Stumpy here for many a moon, 20 plus years ago. Great to see the whole family involved in Speedway. So Aaron's going to take the outside line. Is that going to force Joblin to the inside? I think. Joblin's saying, I want to go to the outside. And Aaron's saying, well, really? I wanted that, but he's going to push him right out wide. What Alderton's doing is pushing him right out into the marbles, right out by the wall, making it very hard to race him. Now we get the gas on. That Joblin car is seriously quick, straight off the line. Alderton tried to slide into 1 and give the tail of his car a bit of a tap and spin. Ain't going to work from there. 3 NZ is Simon Joblin. He'll be saying, can I have pole shuffles like this for New Zealand titles? Because that is pretty tidy from him. Of course, the 1 NZ Benji's Ned and the 2 NZ Peter Rees and the 3 NZ of Joblin, all out of Palmerston North Racing down the central North Island. So that's our pole shuffle. Something different from the Superstocks. Haven't seen it done before. Might never see it done again. But there's only one man who's finished up on top. The 3 NZ of Simon Joblin's done that really nice, really tidy. Superstocks back on track. The 557 of Daryl Wallace is on 2. Horse Ashby in the 38M. The tank, the Ashby engineering man who is based out of Waihi, is on pole. Behind him, the 98M. Mark Costello. Of course, he's raced Ross Ashby, helped them along the way. 17A Murray Kit. 3 NZ of Simon Joblin. We go back to the 49H of Tony Van Lieshout, the ex-Mitch Vickery car. 217 down there as well. 247 of Hayden Chapman. Looking for a race starter. We get him away. Ashby in the tank gets a good start on the inside. Costello in the 98 follows through. Daryl Wallace, the 557's amongst it. Murray Kit. Then we got Van Lieshout. 96 going through hard. That's the second, Dylan Towler. Oh, Ashby's in the wall. Towler gets served up. We got the 96. He won the last one. Thomas Joyce. He's been given a good solid caning down in Placemakers. Gets that car fired back up. Your race leader, Mark Costello in the 98. Well, the 17 of Kit nearly tips himself upside down. Ashby in the 38. He's sitting in second place. Then it's Daryl Wallace in the 557. Van Lieshout in the 49. Look out, Joblin's been given a whack. Oh, Joblin's in the wall. They're not playing nice with the Joblin cars. Quinn Ryan's there as well. He was put in hard by McClinchy in the 10. Tony Wootton, the 71 mid-pack with the 3 NZ of Joblin. 218 Alderton's there too. But your race leader is Costello in the 98. 16-1-1, he's gone round here, and Daryl Wallace has got his way up to second place in the 557. In behind him is Ashby in the 38. Van Lieshout in the 49. Nearly chucks the car the wrong way round. Then we go to Kerry Remnant in the 19. 17 of Murray Kitt gets rounded up by Joblin. The 71 of Wootton's there as well. Then Alderton the 218. Ashton in the 23. 22 goes through as Lawrence in front of the 247 of Chapman. Oh, this is Willing at the moment. But your race leader by a country day is the 98. He's got 9 laps left to go. That's Costello. Leads from the 557 of Daryl Wallace. Then we go back to the 38 of Ashby and the 17 of Remnant. Oh, Ashby, he's got problems in the tank. I'd say he's ripped the tyre. He's gone straight out to the wall. The 38 going so well. It's like the right rear tyre's given up. Van Lieshout on the 49. He's got the same problem as well. So Van Lieshout with 2 flat tyres. So your race leader is still Costello in the 98. Daryl Wallace in the 557. That car's got a significantly grouse-sounding motor. Kerry Remnant in the 19. He's got his way up into that 3rd spot. So for some reason, we've lost the lap scoring on Costello. So Costello leads from Wallace. Joblin and Remnant, the 3 and the 19, having a good battle. Tony Wootton and the 71's joined that. Then is Kendall Ashton, the young lady in the 23R. She's on 6th spot. 6 laps left to go. It's Costello leading from Daryl Wallace, the 557. Kerry Remnant, the 19M is next. Then we go back to the 71 of Tony Wootton. Costello comes right out by the wall. Costello's rolled a tyre. I think he's lost a tyre. He has. The race leader in the 98. He's blowing a right rear. Daryl Wallace, the 557, he takes over the lead. And here comes the 3 NZ of Joblin. 3 laps left to go. Kerry Remnant's in hot pursuit as well. So Daryl Wallace, young man out of Palmerston North. He's coming under attack from Simon Joblin, the 3 NZ. Then it's the 19 of Kerry Remnant and the 71 of Tony Wootton. 2 laps left to go. Daryl Wallace. 557 doing a great job. Joblin and the 3 NZ trying to get amongst them. They come down into Placemakers. Wallace, he gets the touch from Joblin. Joblin lets him know he's there. White flag coming out for Wallace. 1 to go. Joblin, he's rolled a tyre. So the 3 NZ's blowing a tyre as well. Kerry Remnant's going to come through in a second. Wootton in the 71, but Daryl Wallace, what a win for the young man. Takes the checkered flag. Daryl Wallace out of Palmerston North. He wins it. There's a whole lot of wrecked tyres running 16 flats, which is super quick for a 1.5 ton a race car. So Daryl Wallace takes the win. Kerry Remnant, the 19M, will be second. 71H. Tony Wootton third. Then Kendall Ashton, the young lady in the 23R. She's come home for 4th. 5th is the 247A of Chapman. 6th, the 19A of Brown. 7th, the 71P of Melsop. Joblin, the 3 NZ, finished up in 8th after running a tyre off. 96M of Towler was 9th. The 17A of Kitt came home in 10th. 46B of Quinn Ryan was 11th. Then Thomas Joyce in the 96A. Stephen Roygard, Zach Lawrence, Aaron Alderton and McClinchy. But Daryl Wallace takes the win. The young man I saw come through Superstock ranks, mini stock ranks into stock cars, and now into Superstocks. Had a couple of seasons off. Very willing from these stock cars. They weren't mucking around. A couple of cars got in well and truly solid in the wall. Marshall in the 57s, one of them in that Vasey chassis. Bounced off the wall, went to the infield. Problems for his car. Daryl Wallace, give the hands together. Young man out of Palmerston North. Really, really talented young driver. I'm hoping that Billy Hickey can get down to him or Marco and have a yarn with him just as they go through. Ask him what his nickname is that Minty gave him, and he won't tell you, I'm sure. But he is one of the genuine nice young guys in Speedway around the country. Superstocks, a heap of them. Not sure how to answer that. Something in my ear from the director down here. 557, Darryl Wallace won the last one. Trying to get those boys in that pits meeting to say hello to him because he is just a genuine good boy. Tony Wotton in the 71. He's having some problems getting that car started down here behind us. He's got it going now. But who's sitting in the points at the moment? We've got Tony Wotton on 77. Kerry Remnant, the 19M on 77. Darryl Wallace, the 557 on 75. Kendall Ashton, the 23R on 71. We've got about 3 screens of points though with this many cars out there. Quinn Ryan, the 46B, he is going to be off pole. We've got a gap behind him. Then we go back to the 96M of Dylan Towler. 218, Aaron Alderton. A whole lot of gaps behind Alderton. So we've had quite a bit of attrition in the Superstocks. Not so many on the outside. Ross Ashby in the tank. Clicks his way all the way back down. Jason Brown, the 19A. Good to see him back out on track. The Carter's Tyre Services. First windows and doors sponsored car. Kendall Ashton in the McLeod Sheet Metals. TWS 23R. 52. Scott Joblin. 22 parks it behind him, Zach Lawrence out of Hawke's Bay. Kerry Rem, the 19M, the Valvoline sponsored car, the man from Tauranga. Thomas Joyce, the 96H, won that first heat. So a fair few gaps in this grid, not much we can do about it as you have cars that hit. Just closing up all the grids. 17A, Murray Kit. Horse Ashby. Wait to see whether that was that car of one still coming through the pit gate, are we? Or is that tractors? And Ed Hutchby waiting patiently on the track to get the Superstock race going. So just waiting for the all clear. McClinchy in the 10M. They've let him get down through the pits, was having problems getting that car going, but he's fired it up. He's going to come around and take his position on the grid. Gavin McClinchy out of Mount Maunganui. One more car to add to the mix. Remember, they had best pairs going as well. So McClinchy probably going to come in and tuck in behind Aaron Alderton. Parks that car in there. Nicely does it, thank you. We're ready to go. Race on. And the green gets away. Quinn Ryan Towler. Oh, Ryan in the 46. The freight train's on. Quinn Ryan in the 46 is just a passenger right now. That car's blowing a clutch off the start line. He's going to go nowhere. Now he gets it going. Something went horribly wrong with the 46, but we're off and racing. It's Brown in the 19 that's got to the front early on. Joblin in the 52P comes in second. Then it's the second of the Joblin cars, the Simon variety. He's just got the split on Scott. Then it's Towler in the 96, Alderton in the 218. Kendall Ashton in the 23, just in front of Kerry Remnant in the 19. Remnant's giving Kendall a bit of a nudge to pass. Then we go back to the 22 of Zach Lawrence. Melsop on the 71B's there. Look out, Melsop turns around. The 49 of Van Lieshout's got himself into a bit of trouble. Costello in the 98, he's turned up as well. Now he's in the right direction. Gone red. Not sure what we've gone red for. Can't see anything on the track. Yes, I can. There's a big hunk of steel on the track. That's why they've gone red. Stuck right in the middle. We've gone red for red because Red noticed that it needed a red. Big hunk of steel hoiking out of his track. Isn't so good for the Hoosiers. Glad Red Wootton can't hear me say that. Thomas Joy's in the 96. He parks up on the infield. Racing a go again. 3 laps done, 12 to go. It's the 52P. Scott Joblin, who's got the lead at the moment in front of his brother Simon Joblin. So it's Joblin 1 and 2. Then we go back to Jason Brown in the 19A. Then Kerry Remden in the 19. Remnant's right up there on points after 3 heats. He stays like this. Nice to see. The 247 idles round the inside. Hayden Chapman. Chapman's looking for someone. He's having a play with the 10 of McClinchy. McClinchy comes back. He's in behind horse. Towler in the 96. He looks like he's burst a tyre in that car. Exceptionally fast racing at the moment. The 3NZ of Simon Joblin has got his car absolutely hauling. Towler, the 96, is going to run round on a flat right down on that pole line. So it's Joblin from Joblin. Then we go back to Brown in the 19, Remnant in the 19M. Then the 218 of Alderton, the 23R of our Kendall Ashton. 22B of Zach Lawrence in front of the 71 of Tony Wood, in front of the 71P of Shane Melsop. Eight laps done, 7 to go. Ashby. Murray Kidd gets back into the side of Ashby, pushes him out of the road. So Ashby goes out to the wall in the tank. Looks like he's rolled another tyre off the 38. It has. He gets himself across to the grass. Remden on the inside of Jason Brown. Gives him the touch. Oh, Towler in the 96 has had a big look at the 3NZ of Simon Joblin. Misses him completely. Remnant's now up to third. Jason Brown in fourth. Then we go back to Alderton. Behind Alderton will be the 23R of Kendall Ashton. Then it's the Zach Lawrence in the 22, and then the 71 of Tony Wootton and the 71 of Shane Melsop. 4 laps left to go. Towler, who's he looking for? Anyone and everyone. 52P of Joblin, still Scott Joblin still has the lead. Simon Joblin in the 3NZ goes straight up underneath Towler. Towler misses him. Quinn Ryan, he pokes McClinchy round the wrong way. McClinchy's top wing's busted off, just hanging on the top. McClinchy trying to get that car started and fired up and off the track. Doesn't want to go. He's rolling it on the starter. Now it goes. He's out of the road. 1 to go for our race leader. It's Joblin. He's got Quinn Ryan having a big poke at him. Kendall Ashton in the 23 turned up the wrong way. Joblin looking to go around the outside of Towler. Towler has got, misses him. Win goes to the 52P. Scott Joblin. Simon Joblin, the 3NZ, will come home in second. Then it's Kerry Remden. The 19M gets home for a cracking third place. Superstocks are crazy. They button it down, so Joblin, Scott, 52P wins it from Simon, the 3NZ. Kerry Remnant comes home in third place. 1 heat to go. Remnant's top on points on 115. Tony Wootton, he came home in 7th. He's second on 111. Then it's Darryl Wallace, the 557, who came home 9th on 107. But it was Joblin, Remnant, then Brown, the 19A, Zach Lawrence, the 22B, Aaron Alderton in the 218, from Tony Wootton in the 71H, Shane Melsop, the 71P, was 8th, 557P, Darryl Wallace was 9th, then Quinn Ryan, the 46B, was 10th, 17A, Murray Kitt was 11th, Tony Van Leeshout in the 49 was 12th, the 98 of Costello was 13th, the 96 of Towler 14th, lots of DNFs in that one. There's your winner, 52P, Scott Joblin. Superstocks for their big final. Not so many cars left now. So 10 laps of Superstocks. Oh, look out, we've got a big effort. Murray Kit's been turned up sideways, all but chucked upside down. So Ross Ashby, he's got the lead at the moment. In front of Kendall Ashton in the 23. Then we go back to the 3NZ at Joblin. Wallace in the 997, the 52 of Joblin there as well. Aaron Alderton, he's been spat up and kicked out by Tony Wootton, and the 71 of Melsop, he gets refired up the right direction. Kit's turned it round, the 17 spun it up. Ashby has to get out of the gas a little bit. Kendall Ashton just zips right up underneath Ashby, takes over the lead. So Kendall Ashton leads from Ross Ashby. Then we go back to Joblin and Joblin, the 52 and the 3NZ. Wallace in the 997 comes powering through. Looking for the 22 of Zach Lawrence on the side of Wallace. Then it's the 247 of Chapman, Melsop, Tony Wootton, Aaron Alderton and Murray Kite. But Kendall Ashton has the go pedal down at the moment. Holding out a good handy position, 16.111 for Joblin. He's pushing hard at the moment. So the 52P, Scott Joblin is the one doing all the stuff at the moment. The 22 of Lawrence has a go at Darryl Wallace of the 997. But Kendall Ashton has the lead with 3 to go. 15.96 for Simon Joblin in the 52. He's now got the wick turned up on the Superstock. Down through Placemakers corner he comes. Kendall Ashton has the lead. Scott Joblin, Simon Joblin in the 3NZ sitting third. Then it's Ross Ashby in the 38M. Down with the white flag coming out this time. Scott Joblin in the 52. He is pushing real hard at the moment. Trying to get on the inside of Kendall Ashton. They come down. Ashton gives her a bit of a tap as she gets away. Joblin's going to come steaming into Placemakers. Kendall Ashton's just going to hold her line. Out by the wall. Kendall Ashton's going to take the win. Scott Joblin will come home in second. Simon Joblin third. Then we go back to Ross Ashby in the 38. Just in front of Zach Lawrence in the 22B. Darryl Wallace in the 557 from Tony Wootton. Kendall Ashton, the 23R, the Technical Welding Services. Young lady, the trainee accountant from Tauranga, takes the win.